Auntie, I need some soundtrack now.
You need... Dun, 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 dun. Really?
Time is slow. Go on now. Let's go.
Dun, dun,
Time is
dun,
slow.
dun.
No, wait. You did it in pauses. Okay, so start.
Time is slow when you wait.
No, the soundtrack, I'm the one saying it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, go.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun,
Time is
dun,
slow.
dun, 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 dun,
That soundtrack. No, it's okay. Time is slow when you wait.
Imagine this.
Time is fast when you are late. We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. So take that step today. Welcome to a thunderous Tuesday edition of Wake Up Nigeria. Oh yeah, now you can clap.
I'm not clapping for you, Mike. I'm not clapping for you because the truth is Tuesday is that day where everybody's on your marks, get set, go. We launch into the rest of the week after probably taking meeting after meeting on a Monday to plan for what we're going to do for the rest of the week. And this is where we start collecting those checks. This is where we start making that money. This is where all the things you started manufacturing yesterday come out of the machine.
It is called the most productive day of the week for a reason. Like you said, Mondays are times, meetings and all of that.
Yeah.
Well, we start implementation on Tuesday. Well, there's no chance for grumpiness, and it's all about fun, good vibes, and all of that on this Tuesday edition of Wake Up Nigeria.
Speaking of good vibes, she looks like she's about to go to a disco. Talking about Winfrey. Good morning, Winnie. How's it going?
Hi, morning, guys. How you guys?
Woo, that disco funky hairdo is giving. I mean, that's how they say it now. Giving. Right?
Yeah, it's giving.
Giving is old school. You're
I'm not old, I mean.
You know the new
one.
one.
So what is it? What's it now?
Steve's.
Oh,
It's
Steve's. How would I catch up?
Steve's. Anyways, good morning. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and I'm glad to be here. And yeah, you guys look great.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's have a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
Be great.
So you know how it is. You can watch us live. We're streaming live on our website. It's tvcentertainment.tv. On social media, YouTube, you can also catch the live stream. And then on all our other handles, you can keep in touch with us using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC for engagement.
My name is Ismaila Sodiq.
I am Mike Mexicano.
When you're watching us, you can move around because you can have us in the palm of your hand as long as you have our mobile app. Download it from either Google Play or for iOS. No matter where you're moving to, we're in the palm of your hand with no stress.
All right, let's get straight to what we have this morning. It's a Tuesday morning, and you know how it is. There's quite a lineup that we have for you. Olabisi Oni, the CEO of Feto Swan. Is that how that is pronounced? Outfit, and the founder of Value Added Parenting, a platform where she talks to parents on intentional parenting through their daily activities. Today, she's joining us to talk about how to build family values as parents.
Family values. I'm wondering, did we actually have values growing up, or did we just follow everything mommy and daddy said?
I think
Were they actual,
we do.
just because mommy and daddy said so?
I think we do.
And of course, Wake Up Nigeria is complete once you have a musical performance. Scotty Music is going to be right here on set to perform his latest track. And on health, Mike, this was an interesting one for you last week.
Titi, I'll take off your shoe if you continue.
Don't take off my shoe. We are going to take your blood today. We have health coach Mariah Mustafa. She's all about healthy living. She's an ambassador and advocate for regular health checks and testing. Now, it's all about understanding your blood sugar. And Mike's going to be having that conversation later on.
What's this? It's not me. No! I plead the fifth.
Which fifth? Is there Fifth Amendment in Nigeria?
I plead the sixth.
Is there Fifth Amendment in
You
Nigeria?
not find your blood, your
blood pressure.
your pressure. This
Blood
week
pressure.
will not find vein.
You see, you see how hard this is now? You play the fifth is about, I will run out from here. You people will not see me.
You are not allowed.
By the way, it's underrated when they say health is wealth. Look, health is not wealth. Health
More than
It's life.
is more than like wealth. No rich health. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You see, we every time and every day we are reminded.
Yeah.
At different, it's at times when something happens that maybe you know.
Yeah, you realize.
That thing they talk about counting your blessings.
Yeah.
You never know. You could just be there. I mean, the other time we're talking about the cost of tomato, the cost of pepper, the cost of yam. They said yam is now 4,000, I mean 5,000 for a tuber.
Honestly.
Understand? But then you see somebody else who is struggling for their life, who was just rushed to the hospital, who was just this thing, and then that's when you know that more.
Yeah, true.
You know bad like that. If you have health.
Yeah, I think when I appreciate it the most is when I probably have a headache, or maybe something is paining me. I'm not like, wait. So I literally have been living free of all this. Do you understand? Sometimes did you have a headache and did you just set you in bed like the entire day and you can't think straight?
There's
so
some people
I
that
think we
live
underrate
like that
it.
for years.
Yeah, for years.
I'm telling you, people that have constant migraines.
Yeah, migraines, true.
How do they do it? And then there was, this one also happened close to me, close to home, my family, and we were scared. Is it a tumor or something? We had checks that, just a check. I'm not talking about treatment. Yeah. Runs into hundreds of thousands. Just check. Not even that you are starting to treat the person. Yeah. So at times also, it's not really just about you, your loved ones also.
Yeah.
Health is
so important. But then that's one of the reasons why we have the health segment on the show every single week, to sort of give you little tips and hints, reminders to take your health seriously. Now, there are some people that just believe in, no news is good news. Sometimes you need to actually just go and do a full health check. It's supposed to be twice a year. It's supposed to be twice a year.
Well, that's the thing.
We don't have a culture of going to.
I've done a check, but it was not a full check.
Yeah.
The last time when we had a World Health Day, we normally do in the office. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
And then mini ones and all of that. But you see, there's sometimes the silent ones that just come up out of the blues.
Yeah, out of the blues.
So
that's why our health is coming today, and you'll be the one there.
Yeah, you check
for your
blood
vein
sugar
today.
Good morning. The news on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mike Mesikeno. The Tripartite Committee on National Minimum Wage, inaugurated by President Bola Tinubu in January this year, has concluded its assignment and submitted a report to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation yesterday. A formal presentation of the report will be made to Mr. President for appropriate action when the leadership of the organized labor, as well as representatives of the government and organized private sector, who are presently in Geneva, Switzerland, for the ongoing International Labour Organization conference, return to the country. The SGF thanked the chairman of the committee, Bukar Aji, and members for their commitment and sacrifices. The committee was tasked with the responsibility of recommending a new national minimum wage for Nigerian workers in public and private sectors. Meanwhile, the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Rivers State, Dagogo Iboroma, has described as false the report of the court declaring Martin Amewule and 26 others as members of the PDP and the House of Assembly. Reacting to the judgment, he said that the suit in question did not seek to declare the seats of the lawmakers vacant. Rather, he said that the suit was struck out for lack of locus standi and jurisdiction, and also for being an abuse of court process. And then moving on from that now, the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, has restated the commitment of the Bola Tinubu's administration to supporting Nigerian youths to reach their potentials and contribute to the growth and development of the country. VP Shettima said this when he received the National Executive Council of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, led by its president, Sukobo Sarah Ige Sukobo. Yesterday, the national president of NYCN, Sukobo Sarah Igbe, expressed the council's readiness to collaborate with the federal government in addressing the issue of illegal oil bunkering.
A father and children's discussion, and it's like a family discussion. Issue of Nigeria, issue of our youth, issue of our 60th anniversary that is coming, and we thank the Vice President. He's a lovely man. In fact, he stands as uncomparable human being that we have come to notice. We saw the cabinet that are working with him, almost 65% of them are young people. So it amazes us. And we believe that this new relationship and the partnership with the Office of the Vice President will give Nigerians more opportunity and more better way.
All right, we'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We will be back in a jiffy. It was hard, but I finally did it. Convince Winfrey and Titi that we're going to talk football on What's Up and About. Well, I knew it was going to be hard. It was hard. Winfrey pushed back.
The issue now is.
I was expecting Olamide, my producer. Of course, you see him sometimes on Beautiful Game to be here, but the ladies are now gingered because I've told her some things now that.
Wow!
I'm not.
You know what? I think we should let him have this conversation by himself. I don't know. Like seriously,
No, I do.
I do. Mike can do it.
Exactly.
You know
Can have a
that.
conversation
But you
with
see,
himself.
the reason why I really wanted them to talk about, because this is a representation of where our society is. It's not just football.
The reflection.
Wow.
Exactly.
Of what's happening
Someone
in
said that
States.
it's how you do one thing, it's how you do everything.
Mike.
Right?
The
so
match-
this is about one of the few things that unites people. I remember I want to talk about there are a few things that bring the people together as much as maybe music and football. You know how we can all come together if a Burna Boy or a Davido wins something and you don't care about North
Please,
or
can you
South.
put whiskey there, please?
Whiskey,
thank you.
you know, or a Star, or a Thames, or a Tiwa Savage.
Yeah, popping.
I still remember 90, Charlie Poppy. That's all.
I don't know if I'm on that exact.
Zazu, Portable.
No, please. Okay, I think we've taken it too far now.
No,
Can
we've
we
not.
Backtrack.
Portable has been a representative. I mean, the guy went on with who now? He has been making these waves. But then I
It would
remember.
be really nice to meet him in an airport lounge.
Yeah,
you know,
nice.
just have a conversation.
I remember Atalanta 96 when we won that Olympic gold medal in football.
Yeah, that was amazing.
United we were. There's something that kind of thing does.
Nigeria
And so-
99, I remember that one.
Oh, Nigeria 99, of course,
Yeah.
we hosted the Youth World Cup.
Yeah.
We had players like Ronaldinho and all the rest.
Yeah.
It was something. There was that
Amazing.
theme song,
Yeah.
which we still remember. Well, yesterday was a low in our footballing annals that it was a low like no other. We are in a group, a 6-man group to qualify for the World Cup. Now, we didn't qualify for the last World Cup. Now,
A lot of people
last
really
World
had
Cup
high hopes for that.
had 32 teams.
Yeah.
This World Cup has 48 teams.
Wow.
Then Africa will send 5 teams. This World Cup, Africa will send 8 or 9 teams.
And we still couldn't
Now,
get in.
we are in a 6-team group. At the moment, we are 5th after 4 games.
Wow.
5th, we've not won any match.
We've been
drew
drawing
3 match,
all matches, yeah.
and we lost
One.
scandalously yesterday to a team coached by our former coach, who was the longest-serving coach in the country, who qualified us for every tournament that he was involved in with games to spare.
So the way you are describing this story is like you're digging the
So
story.
because when you see the angst from
Yeah.
people, because of maybe they have the
Yeah.
football, they know there's underlying things under. We got a local coach. There was, support that, look, hey, foreign coaches, local coaches can do this thing. We have some of the best players in the world. Our player, Lookman, Ademola Lookman, scored a hat-trick the first time an African, or anybody to score a hat-trick in a European final, scored 3 goals. Victor Osimhen is the African player of the year. We have the best attack in Africa. But what happened yesterday against a team of local-based players who are, I'm telling you, one person's
So
salary.
what do you think? But
One
what do you
person's
think?
salary in that our squad will pay the salaries of the whole team, including their bench.
So what do you think was the issue? What do
You
you think
understand?
is the problem? What was the issue? No, it's not obvious. It's not as obvious as you think.
And then before
We're
let me
pointing
the final one,
fingers. We're
now.
pointing
Before I
fingers.
get it to you now. The final one. Nobody
I
the
think you should leave.
finger.
No, wait. That one.
The final one before.
Wait now. That one
Okay.
will scatter everything.
That one scatter everything.
Let's answer the question first. What do you
think?
It's
caused
not
this
one
issue?
thing.
It's not one thing.
It's how we are as a people, from the football administration, the NFF, to the coach, down to the players. These guys lack any iota of commitment, and it shows.
So you're saying it was a
To the
commitment
country,
issue?
not to the foot, not to the game.
So
To
it's
the
not
game.
to the game?
Yes, you see
Do they
them.
act like
But
this
when they play
international?
outside, they don't act like
to the
this.
game,
Okay,
but
so
I think it's
look at it this way now, yeah. Ademola Lookman or one other player on their own, they are with other players. So you might not see that at that point in time. Because why? They are one part. You see one player, the rest of the team carries them. But whenever they come together, it's like they lack the quality to play as a unit.
As a unit.
That means
Is it
bad
maybe,
coaching.
so in the end...
Bam, you are coming there.
The thing is, there was, but
Feel
there
free.
was... Hey,
I will buy
calm
red
down.
lipstick for you.
It was in the news how long it was taking for some of the team members to even arrive. Which stadium was it in the east?
Yeah, okay, that was Uyo.
Uyo. It was taking them so long to all come together for one reason or the other. Strike here, strike there.
That one is there.
Right? They didn't even have much
Part of
time
it.
to bond in the first place.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
Part of it. I agree with you. I understand with you. That happens. But you see, even at times, you see, there's something about, there's this guy, Ronaldinho. I don't know if you heard of him. For me, the greatest footballer ever to have played the game. This guy would leave a club, come onto the pitch, reeking of alcohol.
Wow.
And the other players have been
Training
training
since
from
last-
morning till
yeah.
night. But you know what happens? You don't get angry. Why?
You know now.
If we enter the pitch,
You know now.
if he creates the goal, if he score the goal, the team will win, they will jump and win. So his lacks or his that is dismissed that, okay, Baba, you are the one that makes it happen.
Yeah.
That does not excuse indiscipline at all. What I'm saying is this, look, at times quality shines through, irrespective. In fact, there are times
These are quality players, oh.
There are times a player came and told the coach that, I have a party to attend, though. And during the match, I don't want to play the match. Coach said, okay, if you score 2 goals, I'll let you go. He scored, that's Romario Farias. He scored 2 goals in the first half. He substituted himself, left and went to the airport to run to a party. It's just to tell you that at times, your quality at times, when somebody sees what you bring to the table, you are allowed some, some little leniency.
So as you rightly said, I identify several issues, right? One of which I feel is chief is the situation of the coach. Because no matter how individual players are, you know how they say when you go alone, you go, you don't go far. When you
go with the crowd.
But then again, if you literally have talent that cannot be properly coordinated, right, and then get a coach that can literally merge the team together to play properly as a team, we should not expect anything much. Then also, if the team itself does not, if the players don't believe in the team they have pulled up,
or the coach
they don't believe in the coach they have. 2, they don't believe in the country. Exactly, they're not proud of the country that they're playing for. Then it will obviously reflect as well.
If you do eat we're going.
We're talking about. We're talking about.
For you.
Finidi George. Finidi George played for years. Finidi George, he played for years, and he played with some of the best teams we had.
He was a part of the golden generation.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's not as if he doesn't understand how to build a team. I feel like it's just time.
Oh no, he doesn't. Let's not even get there.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Okay.
Before now, his biggest coaching job is he has only coached at Eyimba.
Okay.
You have to understand something. From the interviews he had, Promise, who is the new media officer of the Super Eagles, had an interview with him. He went on a media tour. Yeah. We heard him and we just felt, okay, maybe this man cannot talk. Let's leave him. Let's see what happens. He has played 4 matches.
Talking is different from coaching a team.
Talking is are you a communicator?
Wait, calm down.
That's a major, I honestly feel that is literally
I want to carry him for you.
You can't literally
I'm
coach
saying
people that don't understand you. If they don't understand you, don't understand them.
Interviews are different from coaching.
No, they're not.
It's not so far.
Do you know why this is shocking?
Why?
It's not
This
so far.
is shocking. Winfrey, I will buy chocolates for you. I will buy beans for you. It's how she gets it without even being a football. Look, psychology has become a major part of football. You see, communication. Let me tell you, that's why they say there's a language barrier when you bring an English coach to coach people who are this thing. Let me tell you, as a coach, your number one strength is communicating. I'm telling you.
If they see you take an interview, they don't feel
If you were talking to him in a foreign language and you had an issue with it, look, it is ginger, it is motivation.
Yes, that's where it starts.
Oh God,
that's literally like.
Yeah, I'm going to invite you on beautiful game. No.
You're in the locker room with them. The way you're acting like you are in the locker room with them. You don't know. Maybe his strategy hasn't worked so far.
Nah,
yes, it's understandable. But I wouldn't judge a football coach based on interviews.
No. I understand. It's okay for Titi to play devil's advocate.
To be honest, right, when I heard that our coach literally went to train the other team, I wanted to ask who is our present coach. And the first question was, is he a foreigner?
He's not a foreigner.
Honestly, is it like... So I just feel like if they don't understand the coach, they don't understand the coach.
He played for Ajax, right? At some point. Come on now. I just have faith that...
We have to take a break.
I know that, wow.
Olamide, please excuse me.
Calm down.
I'm going to buy this for Winfrey. We'll be back after this.
All right, then it's time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the dailies this morning. I have Mike Messikeno here with me on this one. And I'm going to do everything possible to avoid the sports headlines.
Do you ever take it?
Because the conversation earlier on just went in a direction I wasn't too comfortable with. But...
Beans for Winfrey.
Wow, really? But headlines on the dailies is something we do every morning. And if you want to follow up with some of these stories, you should grab a paper from a vendor near you. Today is Tuesday, June 11th. Wow, the month is flying.
It is, though. It is June that just started, eh? Okay, so we'll start with The Nation, right?
Yeah, The Nation newspaper says Southwest governors go into massive food production. That's an interesting one there. It says, region rejects Yoruba agitation, says state police, state police rather. And it also says here, Sanwo-Olu is chair. Now we have quite a few other headlines here. Argungun replaces Arase as PSC chair. Eagles World Cup qualification shaky, in quotes there. Page 31 has more on that. Nigeria conducive for business.
There's headline there.
Tells multinationals. Now, I'm going to avoid the sports headlines from now on, Mike. It says here, alleged 423 billion naira fraud. EFCC raises team to probe El Rufai. Others. It also says here, CBN reaffirms financial stability of banks. Reaffirms, in quote there. There was quite a few rumors of different lists of banks that have been had their licenses revoked. I'm not sure if you were following up with that story.
It was not their license. I think it was their boards.
Okay.
3 banks or so.
Yeah.
Their boards were so. It's not the same as the case with Heritage Bank.
Okay.
Heritage Bank is the one that had its license revoked, and the NDIC will be involved in the liquidation of that particular bank. There were some other banks, I know Paula
that were being called out.
Yeah, their boards
had
been dissolved due to some infringement from them.
But dissolving a board of a bank doesn't essentially mean that the bank
of course not. I mean,
is
major,
disintegrating. It's still an entity.
at all. So there is
no cause for alarm.
alarm.
Exactly. Because you know how social media is. You see all sorts of things, and people just rush out and go and withdraw their money from certain places and then end up just getting in trouble. Because, probably they had some plans for, some other business
activities. Nobody wants to hear, as is the case with Heritage Bank and a number of people who are depositors with the bank, nobody wants to hear that your money is gone and all of that. So that has also been quite an issue.
It does give us some PTSD from when there were a lot of people that couldn't access their funding.
Where's that headline now? The one you read about, I've seen it.
Wow.
It's even in red.
Wow.
Look at it in red. Please, let's see the nation clearly.
It's
in red there. Let's read it here. Page 25. Eagles World Cup qualification shaky. That's
okay, but you talked
there.
about the table. You talked about the table. You said 6 teams in the group, right? Okay, and now how many matches are left?
We're second, actually.
How many matches?
From the last.
How many matches
6 matches are left.
Come on now. 6 matches are left.
Yes. You don't understand.
Wow, okay, break it down.
The smallest teams there.
What?
They beat the small teams. Do your kids know where Lesotho?
I asked question.
You know where Lesotho is?
How many matches are left?
Lesotho.
That was the question I asked.
Lesotho no big reach. Lesotho be like.
Wow. Mike,
Lesotho is not as big. Who is the smallest state? Lagos is the smallest state in this thing. Lesotho is smaller than Lagos. Lesotho is inside South Africa.
Are we good to go now?
They came here to Nigeria. We could not even beat them. We were lucky to even draw. Lesotho.
Oh, goodness me.
We are smiling because we're trying to cover up a lot of angst and anger, as it were.
We really wish it went differently, especially yesterday.
This just shows me how much more better we could do economically, all round. The potential we have is immeasurable.
Yeah.
And when I mean immeasurable, I'm not saying it because I'm looking for words. Immeasurable. But we have almost in every sector of our country, we have been unable to tap into those potentials and unleash our full, abilities that we are capable of, and it's sad.
All right, so before Mike breaks into tears, then I'm going to move on to the next paper. It's the Punch we have standing by. It says here, smuggled Nigerian petrol floods. West African markets sell 1,700 naira per litre. Petrol hits 1,620, or rather 72 naira per litre in Benin Republic. Cameroon, 2,062 naira. Liberia is 1,428 naira. And in Mali, it's 2,128 naira, which is an alarming contrast to, obviously, what we pay here for numerous reasons. It also says here, above the masthead, minimum wage. Labour insists on 250,000 naira. Awaits Tinubu's verdict. NLC president berates governors, says president will do the right thing. Federal government services debt with $2.2 billion in 5 months, according to CBN. And let's see what else we have here. Southwest Governors Forum insists on state police. elects Sanwo-Olu as chair. And the final one I'll take here is Reps propose rotational presidency. 6-year single term.
Yeah, the next one is what I am quite more interested in.
The next story.
Police foil Americans' suicide attempt on Third Mainland Bridge. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but is the person not trying to call for attention to themselves?
I don't think you would be, well, according to this headline that we're seeing here, suicide attempt on Third Mainland Bridge. I don't have the details of this.
But you know what I want to, what I'm saying.
Attention. What do you mean by attention?
If you really wanted to make an attempt, what time would the police have to reach there?
Wow, really,
Think
Mike?
about it.
Really, Mike?
So is it not more like you're trying to draw attention to yourself?
I don't think that.
You probably sat down somewhere and waited for so long.
May we never actually truly understand the mental state of someone who
But then, rotational presidency, I don't know if...
6 years single term as opposed to 2 terms of 4 years each.
Whatever
what do you
person
think?
comes from, it doesn't matter. My point is that we just need capable hands handling the...
Do you think 6 years is enough to make impact?
You can make impact in a month.
For a country as big as this, or a nation as big as this?
Impact would...
That cuts across the entire nation?
Impact starts somewhere. It's almost like when you want to, an explosion starts somewhere and then spreads. A ripple. You throw a little stone into the water.
And
ripple.
it spread. Okay, all right. Well,
let's
have to
head over to Winfrey now.
And the aroma will hopefully spread through the studio as it usually does. Winfrey, it's all yours.
Thank you so much and welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen on this beautiful or tremendous Tuesday morning. I have with me for the very first time on Wake Up Nigeria, Chef Latifa. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. How are you feeling today?
Thank you very much. I'm fine.
Okay, it's great to have you here. How do you feel being here live on television?
It's exciting. It's awesome.
It's awesome. Nice. It's awesome having you here as well. So before we go in, just tell me a little bit about yourself. What was your cooking journey like? How did you find cooking and what is it the most you love about it?
Okay. Cooking is something that's an inbuilt for me because I was brought up with a parent. My mom was born in Ghana and she's very good with things like this.
Oh, okay.
So that's how it started. As early as when I was 13 years old, I do cook very well that people like coming home to eat my food.
Oh, okay.
And in our institution, I find my friend giving me money to cook soup for them, to do this, to do that. Okay. So that's how I pick it up and I developed on it.
All right, amazing. So now do you run your own outfits, cooking outfits? What's your name?
My cooking outfit is Exclusive Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
And I also have Exclusive Arts of Cakes and Catering Service.
Oh, you bake as well?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, hopefully we'll get to taste one of your cakes very soon. So tell me, today, what are we making?
We're making special Chinese fried rice.
Special Chinese fried rice, okay.
Yeah, this recipe, it looks simple. It's very easy. You know, all this white rice that you can just forget in your freezer, or you look like there is no stew, or wherever, you can bring them out to do magic, especially in this economy.
Time, right? True, that we're looking for tomato like
a... other thing at home, like maybe spring onions, carrots, is like someone like me, I like veg, but if you don't like veg so much, this too, it's quite okay for you.
Yes.
Because it's kind of rice that you don't need so much.
So much, okay. Okay.
But for someone like me, I may add mushroom, sweet corn, and any other thing.
Any other vegetable that you like. Okay, now let's talk about the ones that are here right now that we're going to be making. So what ingredients do we have right here?
Okay, we have diced carrots.
Yes.
We have spring onions. We have some herbs. There's garlic, ginger, this paprika.
Paprika, okay. And of course
seasonings.
Yes.
So we have chicken breast.
Okay.
Then we have shrimps.
Okay.
We have basmati rice. We have a blended sesame oil. So we have oyster oil.
Yes.
So sauce. This is not compulsory. This dark
soy. Okay.
Except you want it to be a little darker.
Okay, amazing. Okay, and there you have it. We literally have all of this. Actually, it looks like a pretty simple recipe, but of course, you know that it is the way it is when you have herbs and you put all that together. It's definitely going to give you a fusion of a whole lot of taste. So in case you missed that and you want to actually have this written down, so you try this recipe at home, on the screen, we literally have the ingredients just for you. And of course, for our special Chinese fried rice today, we'll be making use of basmati rice, some eggs, chicken filet, oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, seasoning, sesame oil, runner beans, green bell peppers, yellow bell peppers, red bell peppers, black pepper, curry, thyme, garlic, ginger, and of course, vegetable oil. And there you have it. And in no time at all, our special Chinese fried rice will be ready. So while I think right now, it's time for me to allow you to get into what you need to do, because, I mean, this doesn't take time, right? Give or take how long?
The only thing, because we don't have a boil rice down,
yes,
we need to boil rice first.
Yes.
So every other thing will
follow, right? And I'm sure once the rice is out of the way, we're literally halfway there. So let's get right into it. And guys, don't go anywhere. We're going on a break, and when we come back, still so much more happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be back.
Welcome back. Now it's time for our parenting segment. And on Tuesdays, we found that a lot of parents actually really take notes on what we share with them. It's all quick tips that you can use throughout the week, no matter what your situation is right now. Are the kids at home? Are they on midterm break, or have they just resumed to school? And how did you use that midterm break with them? We have with us Olabisi Oni, the CEO of Feto Swine Outfit. Now, she is the founder of this value-added parenting platform where she talks to parents on intentional parenting through their daily activities. Today, it's all about building family values as parents. We started this topic last week. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Talking about family values, a lot of people confuse them with maybe religious beliefs. They also confuse them with just do as I say, not exactly as I do. And there's a reason why I'm saying this, because I remember a story not too long ago of a particular parent who had a 2 or 3 year old boy. And whenever the landlord came to knock the door of the house, he would send his 3-year-old to go to the door and say, "Daddy is not at home." And this, in the parent's mind, this was okay, because he probably wasn't ready to pay the rent, or even maybe just take, audience with the landlord. But at that point, he had just essentially taught his son
how to lie.
And there are many such instances like this that we don't actually take note of. So let's touch on what family values actually represent.
All right, so basically, in a simple terms, family values plan is about documentation of your culture, your family culture, your beliefs, and your tradition. Okay. So it's something that you come up with, you and your partner. You sit yourself together and ask yourself, who do we want to raise? Who are we? Who do we represent when we go out there? And as a family, like parents now, you start living it. You live it and let your children see what you are talking about. Not only document it, you document it and you put it there. You live it on a daily basis. And you show your child, you show your children. Like if your value now is excellence, leadership, hard work, honesty. And now you are telling your child, like the example you just told me now, you tell your child to go and tell the landlord that you are not at home. And your family value is honesty. That does not even correlate. It does not tally. You don't live what you preach. So it is not enough to write family values that this is who we are and you are not living it. Okay, for instance, in my family, so when you are talking about family values, you look for some segments. In our family, when it comes to finance, this is who we are. In our family, when it comes to spiritual, this is who we are. In our family, when it comes to media, I mean TV, the content you allow your children to watch, this is who we are. For instance, in my family, we don't watch TV until weekend. And it's for a reason. Children go to school, even during this holiday, there are some activities they are going to do instead of the screen. And there is this a younger brother or friend of mine who came from the UK to stay with me for like just 2 days before he had something to do in Lagos. And during the process, this guy noticed that we didn't on TV in my house. And so he was having a discussion with my 7-year-old son that, what happened? You guys, you are not watching TV. My son told him that we have media plans here. We don't watch TV during the week. We only watch TV during the weekend. So he was like, even that you are here, we will not change our plans for you. Wow. That's basically what we have lived by. Even when the kids are not around, even as adults, we parents, we do not dare to do what we talk about. Okay. This is because so that when we are not there, it is called a system. For instance, you have a company. I'm going to use this place as an example. Whether the owner, the founder is around or not, whether it's available or not, there is already a system that everybody knows what to do. Same thing should apply to the family. Why do we leave parenting to girls to take care of?
Okay, so you're saying we should create some kind of structure, the same way you would create value structure in a company.
Yes.
The same way you would have a mission and vision statement for a company, you should have a mission and vision for your family.
Yes.
So when does this begin? Does this begin as soon as marriage happens? I'm talking about between couples now, or as soon as kids come? And then it's one thing to write things down, but then how do you start practicing it?
Okay, so this is very simple. If you are already married, you have children, it's never too late.
Okay.
It's a thing you call your family together. We want things to be structured now, and you hear everybody's opinion. Since they're already they're grown up, even if they are 5 years, you can still hear their opinions on things. But if you are still young in your marriage, you don't have kids, then you and your spouse come together. So when you already have kids, let's assume you already have kids, you want to build your family file. You call your family together, that this is the way we want things to go now. And you have to be intentional, deliberate, to live by whatever you are putting down as your family values.
So it's in some cases easier said than done. There are some people that, so we've always said things like, you can't really give what you don't have. People don't really have this knowledge. They don't even really know what values are the most important. So for instance, financially speaking, if you have a culture of saving, for instance, that you want to begin imbibing in, but the situation in the country is not making it that comfortable to do that, So you can't really think of putting down some kind of saving structure when you yourself, you're not even sure where the next meal is going to come from. I'm just saying there's some that might seem a little bit unrealistic. So where do we begin?
Okay, so it depends on what you want to build. Okay. When we talk about the finance aspect, we can talk about budgeting.
Okay.
I know that the situation of the country is not helping, but notwithstanding, you still have to stand your ground. It's like you are building your own world in your house. We cannot say because things are going out there that is not palatable, then it's going to change the dynamics of your house. Because what about when everything is now okay? What will happen? Is that when we now want to go? No, there should be some standard. For instance, your child comes to you. If you are the type that anything they ask, you have been giving them before. Yeah. In this season, when they come, just let them know that we are working on budgets. Okay. See the budget we are going to supermarket. This is what we are buying. Yeah. Give your child the list. Okay. So in case they see something that is entering their eyes, we will add it to our next month budget or next week budget. That's how to introduce such thing. If it's every month, you usually buy like 50,000 naira things for your child. This month, oh baby, we won't be able to do this, but we'll reduce it. Just be transparent with your children, with your partner, and work on budgets when it comes to finance. So for every other thing too, it's something that is possible.
I would love to hear the thoughts of our audience on some of your tips. And honestly, it's really interesting. Instilling values in your home, starting now, is what we want to achieve. And hopefully you'll share your thoughts with us. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and tag us, WakeUpNigeria TVCE, and we'll be getting back to you. Thank you so much for joining us one more time.
Thank you.
At this point, we are heading over to the kitchen. And our chef Anne Winfrey have already started getting things done. What have we missed, guys?
You haven't missed much, to be very honest. So we're still here in the kitchen with Chef Latifa. And so far, you know how with fried Chinese rice or special Chinese rice, you know how we literally need to prepare all our ingredients and make sure everything is literally ready to go into the rice. So that's literally the stage we're in. So yeah, you guys haven't missed much. So we literally brought out some more of our ingredients. We now have our green peas joining us. Of course, we're not using the fresh one, we're using the canned ones. And of course, she mentioned mushrooms, and she has some mushrooms here as well. This is one thing. Mushroom is something that I just think I would not just get the idea behind it. So do you really enjoy cooking with it?
Yeah, when it comes to special meal like this, I love mushroom.
Really?
It gives it some kind of unique taste. Maybe because I've the opportunity of eating the fresh one when I was young.
Right.
My dad owns a farm.
Oh, nice.
So
nice,
I think that's attract me to
to mushrooms.
But we can keep it simple. Like I said, these two veg, it's okay.
It's okay.
So you
but it's fine. Do you. Don't worry about me. The other people that eat it. So so you dice that, right?
Yeah.
Into the dish. Okay. And of course, our chicken breast there as well. Clean and diced too. Then spring onions, we have our paprika, and some eggs. Yeah, so our eggs came out to play, and our shrimp. So the eggs, we're going to be frying them?
No, we fry the white part. We mix the yellow part with the rice, yes. That's what makes it special. That's how Chinese prepare.
So you're going to separate the whites from the yolk?
Yeah.
And fry the white parts and mix it. See, in Nigeria, we just do anything anyhow. Okay. Anyway, so right now she's literally grating the ginger, and you can actually smell that burst of flavor, filling the air, really amazing. And of course, in our pots right now, we have rice. Can you please open the pot? Let's see what's inside.
Rice.
So we have our rice, we have our water, and our rice boiling. Do we have, you added some salt in there? Yes. Okay, amazing. So yes, and of course our oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, blended sesame oil. Sesame oil like here is a binder, right?
Yes.
Binds all the tastes and ingredients together. And yeah, I think we're literally good to go. So in case you're just joining us and you want that recipe written down, we have it for you on the screen. For our Chinese or special Chinese fried rice, we have our ingredients right there. Basmati rice, eggs, chicken, filet, oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, seasoning, sesame oil, runner beans, green bell peppers, yellow bell peppers, red bell peppers, black pepper, curry, easy, thyme, garlic, ginger, and of course, vegetable oil. And there you have it, guys. The ingredients for our special Chinese fried rice. Amazing. So what is it? What's your best part of cooking? Tell me. When you're in the kitchen, what's your best part? Washing plates, slicing onions.
I think cooking itself.
Cooking itself.
Oh,
so
then arranging my ingredients, I love that part most.
Really?
When I'm putting everything on the table and making sure that I'm not missing anything.
Okay.
So looking at those things enough, the ingredients, it gives me some kind of vibes. Like in my brain, I'll be thinking that, I can see how this.
Yeah, it's going to turn out, right? I mean, for me, it's clearing up. Because I know I'm done. And in no time at all, I'll be out of the kitchen. But I mean, kitchen is something that I think is a very beautiful thing.
Yeah,
I think it's art. I mean...
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah, that's literally where the magic happens. And that's literally the strongest room in the house. Whether you agree to it or not, the strongest room in the house, the most powerful room in the house is literally your kitchen. So make sure...
when you hit well, you live well.
Yeah, you live well. You function well. Very true.
Going through buying this multivitamin here and there, the food will do the magic.
It will actually do the magic in your body. Amazing. You see, our chef is literally not only a good chef, she's also really knowledgeable about the importance of cooking and eating right. And on that note, guys, we definitely need to take a break. It's been an amazing 1 hour already. But then again, we have a second hour coming just for you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Indeed. It's been an amazing hour so far.
And we propose that Winfrey should get double of what she should get today because she's been giving us some exquisite content, especially in the kitchen, which is, of course, the most important part of all that we are doing. But welcome. It's the second half of the most exciting breakfast show.
Yes, sir. So hopefully you had as good a time as we had in the first hour. We know you enjoyed it. You know you are just chilling with us. Let's get into the second hour because there's loads in store. Nothing spells a great week ahead. And when it comes to music...
Yeah, of course. We've got Scotty Music.
Yes, sir.
Giving us that Tuesday feel, serenading us.
And Tuesdays are all about health. Mike and our guest today will be having an interesting demonstration. Morayo Mustafa, a healthy living ambassador and advocate for healthy, or rather regular health checks and testing, is going to be here to talk about blood sugar. Blood sugar testing is extremely important. We'll be finding out exactly why and how later on.
All right, well, rounding up a Tuesday morning with health. A certified health coach, Morayo Mustafa, a healthy living ambassador and an advocate for regular health check and testing. She's passionate about matters of health and wellness. And today, we're looking at blood sugar. Is there sugar in your blood? How can you check your blood sugar? It's great to have you, Morayo Mustafa. You are welcome.
Glad to be here.
So what exactly do we mean when we say blood sugar?
Okay, blood sugar, basically from the word blood sugar, is just checking the quantity or amount of sugar that exists in your blood. So everybody has a level of sugar or glucose that should be in the blood. But that's checking your blood sugar now is just checking whether the blood sugar is in appropriate proportion or quantity.
Okay, how is one's life affected by the level of your blood sugar?
Yes, if your blood sugar is high, it's actually dangerous. You could be fatigued, stressed out, feeling drowsy, dizzy all of the time, and it could lead to fainting. Yes.
And what disease are people prone to that have high blood sugar? What kind of diseases are you prone to?
Basically diabetes.
So it's kind of a high blood sugar is kind of a precursor to diabetes, as it were.
Yes.
All right. What are there foods or things that you can do to eat to reduce your blood sugar or keep it at a very... What kind of things, what kind of lifestyle do we do that causes one's blood sugar to
Now, there are
spike
two types of blood sugar, actually. Two types of diabetes, or as it is. So we have the type 1 diabetes and the type 2 diabetes. So the type 1 diabetes is basically the hereditary, or you call it it's basically the hereditary diabetes or juvenile diabetes. That's the one that you probably got from maybe your family and all of that, genetics.
Genetics, exactly.
Yes.
It does play a role.
Yes. And then the type 2 diabetes is the one that's basically gotten from maybe your lifestyle, diet, and all of that.
The one that is genetic, that comes from your genetics, is there any way one can avoid that? When you know that there's more people in your family are susceptible to diabetes, as it were, you look at your family medical history. Yeah. Is there anything that you can do to avoid it?
What is actually advised is you just manage it and make sure you're taking medications.
Wow. That's
For the one that is based on lifestyle, then you have to change your lifestyle. Change your eating habits, your diet, and all of that, and then that can actually...
So, but if you are, if your family history makes it that you are medically predisposed to having diabetes, aren't there things you can do to ensure that it doesn't come? Is it possible?
You can also include lifestyle changes when it comes to that. You can include lifestyle changes. That will go a long way, of course, in helping you control it. Okay. But at the same time, if it's not working, you have to be on medication.
All right. So how do we do that test? What are the materials that are required for checking your blood sugar?
This is called the glucometer. There are different types in the market, and you can actually get this for as low as 15,000 naira or less. Okay. So this is the glucometer. You can do this at home yourself. So it's not everything that you have to go to the hospital.
To the hospital to...
Yeah, these are things that you can actually do at home. Okay. Then this is a strip. Each glucometer type comes with its own strip. Okay. And then we have the lancet needle. This is the needle. And then you have your swab. It could be an alcohol swab, just a cotton wool in methylated spirits.
You keep prepared to that. Then you have hand glove.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see.
If you're testing for yourself, you might not necessarily have to use a hand glove. You can just wash your hands.
For someone, okay,
yes,
I understand.
You have to keep.
I understand, all right.
So let's just go on to the test, right?
Okay.
So what you have to do first, this is the lancet device. You have to set this up with the needle.
Oh. And, you know, for people that don't like needles, I know how people can be very scary about needles.
Yes.
But is this the only way? Is this the only way? You have to, yes.
Yes, you have to. We're talking of blood, so you have to definitely interact with blood. Okay. You have to get the blood out.
All right, all right.
So people actually use this directly, like they just take this out and then they prick themselves. But
I don't know why Winfrey is laughing.
But for people that you don't want to see the needle coming.
I don't know why Winfrey is laughing. I wanted to give that beans you're not eating today again. No beans for you. No chocolates for you. Okay, let's see. Let's go.
So for people that you don't want to see the needle coming, you don't want to know when it comes, then you should use this. Okay. So you fix this in here and you take out the tip. So you cover it.
Oh, you cover it, eh?
Yes, and then you set this.
Okay.
So Here's your 7. So, and then you prepare.
So this, does it have to be at any part? Is there a specific part of the body that you have to do this on? Leg? Can you do it anywhere?
It's best on the finger.
It's best on the finger.
Yeah.
Why?
It's best on the finger because the flesh there is softer.
But you can do it anywhere if you want to.
But it's basically on the finger.
I don't want to do your... want to do your bum or something.
Finger is fine.
Yeah,
So you can.
but I'm just asking just for, you know, if there's any specific reason. Like if I want to do it on my leg.
No particular reason though, but the finger is the most perfect.
Okay, I don't know why Olamide, my producer and director this morning, is excited.
So you do this to...
So there are like 2-3 people that are lining up. They say you check their
No
blood
problem.
today. Okay, all right.
You do this to disinfect or clean.
Or clean the
surface,
area.
And then to
Okay.
make it softer so that when you prick, it easily gets out the
Easily.
blood.
Okay.
So just stay calm. Did you feel it?
And they're asking me if I felt it. How would you feel it? Doctor, you said, did I feel it?
No, you didn't.
Then go feel it. What are you saying? Of course I'll feel it.
So you prepare the strip.
Okay, so you leave the blood that is coming out there,
Yep.
right?
Yes,
Still
yes.
leaving. Okay.
So you have to be sure you have sufficient blood.
Yeah. Olamide is just...
Okay.
So now what is the normal range? What is the range for blood?
For normal, before eating, that's they call that fasting blood sugar.
Okay.
It should be between 80 to 100.
80 to 100?
Yes.
Okay.
But just after eating, your measurement should be around 170 to 200.
Okay.
Then 2 to 3 hours after eating, it's believed that you should have at least digested some part of what you've eaten. It should be around 120 to 140.
Okay. So when is it high or low?
Okay, if it is beyond any of the things I just mentioned, then it is high.
If it's from where?
If it's beyond for just eating, like 200 and above, after just eating, then it is high.
After just eating?
Yes.
After eating, is it supposed to be low?
After eating, it's not supposed to be low. It will be a little bit high, but not very high. It will be higher than, like, when you've not eaten, it should be 80 to 100, between 80 to 100. Just after eating, you should be around 170 to 200.
Does the food you eat affect the blood sugar?
Yes, it does.
So if you take maybe yam, carbohydrate or something that, you know, changes to glucose. As it were.
Yeah.
So if you take protein just before you test it, does it affect the blood?
It does. Yes, it does. Especially if you take a lot of fizzy drinks, carbohydrates, junk foods, all of that. Yes, it does. Yes.
Okay. All right. So what words do you have? Your final words for people when it comes to blood sugar testing and all of that?
Yes, when it comes to blood sugar testing, it's advised that just like your blood pressure, you should always check your blood sugar at home by yourself if you can. All these kits are not expensive. You can get them and get it done by yourself at home. Especially when you have history of diabetes, or especially when you're a Nigerian and you understand your lifestyle. You don't really work out. It's just from work to office and all of that, to back home, you sleep. There is no exercising, there is no burning of fats or whatever. Then you should always monitor your blood sugar.
Okay, so this strip now, is it something that can be used again, or
no,
you
it
just have
can't.
to
You
treat it?
discard this.
You discard this.
Yes, yes. You should
Okay,
discard.
all right. So, we've done blood pressure, we've done blood sugar. What are we doing next week?
We're checking your weight.
Okay, we're doing weights next week.
Yes.
Look at these two.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have something for you. I hope this one. I don't know if the food here can increase your blood sugar or something. But we almost.
Once you work out, then you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Are you not fasting?
Once you're able to burn the fat, then you're good.
Okay.
Actually, now I'm still fasting.
You're still fasting?
Yes, I've not taken anything today.
Okay, but are you not going to have breakfast with us? Would you
No,
break
not
your
like
fast
I'm
here?
fasting like religious fasting.
You've not had
like I've not had breakfast today.
Okay, so we have something here that we set up for you, right?
So much.
Okay, all right. So let's head over to the kitchen, of course, and have breakfast for you.
All right. right. So Mike did so well with that.
Did he?
Okay, he did. He
Welcome
was,
to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. So please, the test is not confidential now. You can tell us.
Can you tell us?
Yeah, it's actually it's actually confidential, except you're allowed
It's
to
not.
disclose it.
Mike.
See your-
What's confidential about Mike?
Confidential.
Mike is for
Those are
us.
medical information.
See your big head.
Mike is for us.
All right. But Mike is great, right? He's okay. He's
Yeah,
great.
he's fine.
He's amazing. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what we
God,
want
do
to-
something
that's
and
what we
just
want
say,
to-
let's
yeah, and I
go.
want to know that
Sweating.
we really love you, Mike. That's why we want to know you're okay. Thank you so much.
We'll
Chef,
end the
for
show.
everything you've done today.
So we have Chef Latifah here. She's definitely been hard at work putting together this Chinese fried rice. We'd like for you to try it out. Let us know what you think about it. Hopefully, it doesn't spike your blood sugar.
All right, then. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Let's go ahead.
It's nice.
All right.
Awesome. That's all we wanted to hear.
Chinese rice.
Thank you so much, Chef. Well done. Your first day was amazing. Amazing.
Well done, well done. All right, it's been a wonderful show. Thank you to everyone who was a part of the show.
Yeah.
We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.